The 5th season of the anime begins by showing Mu Ningshui, who looks devastated by what happened to Mo Fan. On the other hand, Mr. Mu felt very guilty for what he had done to Mo Fan because he was the one who had saved his daughter. The scene then switches and shows a regional security officer on patrol finding the corpses of monsters floating in Pingsha Lake. He reported the findings to his superior, Q Sing, where he confirmed that he had found 3 distinct wounds on the corpses of the monsters and could not sense the soul essence of the monsters. Upon hearing that, a female officer named Li Mon took the initiative to investigate the matter. Elsewhere, Xiaohu meets John Kong in his room to discuss the same findings where he thinks that the carcasses of the monsters are related to Mo Fan. However, John Kong told his subordinates not to act rashly in this matter, even though Xiaohu meant well and only wanted to help Mo Fan. Xiaohu was annoyed that John Kong belittled him, so he chose to rush away. Even though Mo Fan was found, John Kong was unsure if they could eliminate the demonic element now residing in Mo Fan's body. Therefore, they had to act very carefully for the safety of everyone, including Mo Fan. Shortly after, John Kong received news that Xiaohu had left his team and had gone somewhere. The following day, Xiaohu arrived at Bi Town, the closest town to Pingsha Lake, where he was trying to find information about a shop that sold monster soul essences. A man named Dajin told Xiaohu that he was the one who sold the things he wanted, but he doubted that Xiaohu had enough money to buy the item. He then reassured Dajin that he would buy the soul essence, regardless of the price offered by him. Elsewhere, Li Mon and a group of hunters were about to go to Shijiao Valley to find spirit seeds. However, they had to get there quickly before sunset because it would be very dangerous to enter the forest at night. Meanwhile, Xiaohu, who is good at buying soul essence, has been duped by Dajin and his gang. When he asked for his money back, Dajin instead summoned a gang of burly thugs to gang up on him. However, he could easily defeat all of them with his magic power. After knowing Xiaohu's true identity, who is a city guardian, Dajin and his gang finally admit their mistake and tell the place where he can find his soul essence. Elsewhere, Li Mon decided to separate from the hunting group because her arrival there was not to look for spirit seeds but to investigate the strange phenomena that occurred in Pingsha Lake. Li Mon, who plunged into the lake, felt a strange thing all over her body, and suddenly her legs could not move. Realizing something was wrong, she immediately went to the mainland before all her limbs were paralyzed. However, the swarm of monsters already knew of her whereabouts and surrounded her, about to devour her. Li Mon could only surrender to welcome her death, which might soon arrive. But then, before Li Mon lost consciousness, she noticed the appearance of a bright light that was very blinding, which was actually from Mo Fan, who was about to save her. After awakening, she realized that she was still alive, and the person who had saved her was Mo Fan. However, Li Mon suddenly felt angry because she woke up without wearing her pants. Mo Fan then told her that he had to take off her pants because he had to remove the poison that had spread to her legs, and she forgave him for that. Knowing that in Shijiao Valley, there is a leader of the lizard monsters who are injured, Li Mon asks Mo Fan for help to catch the hunter group that is heading to the valley to retrieve the spirit seeds and kill the leader of the lizard monsters. Elsewhere, the hunters investigating something in the valley noticed something odd on the ground they were standing on. How surprised they were after knowing that the ground they had been on was not land but the back of a giant lizard monster. The appearance of the giant lizard monster surprised Xiaohu, who had been observing the hunter group from a distance. However, he had to face another problem because the herd of lizard monsters already knew his whereabouts, so he had no choice but to run away from there. Mo Fan and Li Mon, just about to escape their hiding place, saw Xiaohu struggling to avoid the monsters. Mo Fan rushed to save him, and they then missed each other after not seeing each other for a long time. Xiaohu then gave the soul essence he had bought to Mo Fan, but he refused and told Xiaohu to use it for his own benefit. Xiaohu then asked about the demon element in his body. Mo Fan told his best friend that he could control the demon element and suppress the violent effect. However, he said he had to remain vigilant because he could lose control and hurt everyone at any moment. Mo Fan then explained his plan to kill the giant lizard monster to Li Mon and Xiaohu, where he planned to make the giant lizard monster fight against the poisonous centipede monster that inhabits the valley. Upon hearing that, Xiaohu then asked how they would escape from being chased by the monsters if they succeeded in carrying out the plan. Mo Fan said that inside the cave, there was a passage directly connected to the valley, so they only needed to destroy the cave walls to escape from there. Mo Fan then asked Li Mon to stay in the cave while preparing an evacuation route to escape, while Xiaohu would be tasked with luring the poisonous centipede monster to the giant lizard hideout. The next day, Mo Fan and the others started implementing their plan. After that, Xiaohu managed to lure the poisonous centipede monster out of its hiding place. He looked so frantic as he tried to escape from the poisonous centipede monster until he finally arrived at the hideout of the giant lizard monster where Mo Fan was already waiting for him. When the two giant monsters were fighting, they took the opportunity to rush away from there. Meanwhile, Li Man seemed to have a hard time destroying the cave wall in the cave because it turned out that inside the cave wall, there was an earth element spirit seed, so Mo Fan had no choice but to use the demon element to destroy the cave wall. After that, Mo Fan told Xiaohu to absorb the earth element spirit seed with his strength. Elsewhere, a fierce battle between two giant monsters was finally won by a poisonous centipede monster. Seeing this, Mo Fan then approached the location of the battle to take the soul of the giant lizard monster. Unexpectedly, the poisonous centipede monster noticed his presence and attacked him, but he managed to get rid of the monster. Li Man then revealed herself as the chief of the territory guard, whose mission was to investigate the strange deaths of lizard monsters in the Pingsha Lake area and its surroundings. She then asked Mo Fan about it because he lived around Pingsha Lake for quite a while. However, Mo Fan said he knew nothing about the strange deaths of lizard monsters, but Li Man didn't necessarily believe his words and felt sure he was hiding something. On the other hand, Mo Fan realized that his demonic side was the mastermind behind the strange deaths of the lizard monsters around Pingsha Lake. Because of that, Mo Fan tried to suppress the demon element within him by completely absorbing the giant lizard monster spirit. Although it was very risky because it could threaten his own life, he had to do it anyway, and he finally got what he wanted all along. A few days later, Xiaohu took Mo Fan to see Zhang Kong, who seemed very happy about his return. Xiaohu then told Zhang Kong that he had checked on Mo Fan and guaranteed that the demonic power within Mo Fan had been suppressed to a harmless level. Even so, Zhang Kong advised Mo Fan to be careful of the Black Order who was still after him to get the sacred spring. On the other hand, because Xiaohu had disobeyed his orders, Zhang Kong punished him by demoting him to a low-level guard and assigning him to the border area. Xiaohu seemed to know the consequences of his actions and accepted them gracefully. He told Mo Fan that the most important thing for him was to find Mo Fan's whereabouts and bring him home. Therefore, he didn't care about anything else. The scene then switches and shows Xia, now a student at the Mingchu Magic Academy, where she meets a young man named Liu Yilan who tries to approach her. On the other hand, some female students looked envious of Xia for having managed to attract the attention of Liu Yilan, one of the famous students at the school who was handsome and came from a prominent family. They blatantly insulted her physical weakness in front of Liu Yilan, but she completely ignored their insults. Not long after, Mo Fan arrived to meet his beloved sister whom he had not seen for a long time. Feeling humiliated by Mo Fan, the girls who insulted his sister tried to attack him. However, he could easily defeat them. Knowing that Mo Fan was Xia's older brother, Liu Yilan tried to be nice, so Mo Fan could permit him to approach her. However, he told Liu Yilan that his relationship with Xia was more than a sibling relationship, which he deliberately said so that Liu Yilan would no longer bother his sister. Liu Yilan suddenly felt angry because he felt belittled by Mo Fan and tried to attack him. However, he was not a worthy opponent, so Mo Fan could easily take him down with one hit. On the other hand, the students looked surprised that the extremely talented Liu Yilan could be defeated so easily. Mo Fan then took Xia away from there on his spirit beast, which made everyone who saw them feel very amazed. In the evening, Mo Fan took Xia to dinner at a fancy restaurant. With his strength, he got her to dance to romantic music with him. However, while they were dancing, Mo Fan suddenly saw the shadow of a guardian beast from the side of the building, slowly moving towards him and about to attack him. Before the situation became more serious, a hero appeared there, followed by a thick fog that enveloped the guardian beast and, in an instant, made it disappear. After that incident, Mo Fan watched the news broadcast that said the guardian beast was the newest beast projection formation developed by the Magic Association. It was reported that there were no casualties in the incident. However, he noticed something was wrong, so he called Miss Tong Yue to look for information regarding the appearance of the guardian beast. The next day, Xiaohu, now on duty in the border area, saw several guards training the big Tianying bird who had always helped them carry out their duties on the battlefield. However, there was a Tianying bird, a hybrid species that was so difficult to train that the guards became impatient and tortured the beast. Xiaohu saw this, then felt sorry and asked that the bird be released. But he got into a fight with the guard who trained the Tianying bird, which he won in the end. Not wanting the bird to be tortured by the other guards, Xiaohu then intended to release the bird. Before releasing the chain on the bird's leg, he gave the bird a piece of meat so it wouldn't starve when it returned to the wild. Elsewhere, Mo Fan visited Miss Tong Yue at her house to inquire about the appearance of the guardian beast. However, she instead told about her past living in the border region where her village was surrounded by swarms of monsters. Even so, Tong Yue and the rest of the village felt very safe while living there because they were blessed with immense magical power by their guardian god. Hence, the entire village had magical powers that could protect the village from the attacks of monsters. However, Mo Fan thought that Tong Yue was not an ordinary human because she and the other villagers were forbidden to tell about their village to outsiders. She then confirmed that she was an ordinary human and intended to take him somewhere to explain everything. Miss Tong Yue turned out to take Mo Fan to an island called Huxin, where the island was previously only known as a tourist attraction in the region. Upon arrival, a man named Dusheng forbade Mo Fan to enter because he was an outsider. However, Tong Yue told him that Mo Fan was her student, and she would take full responsibility for his presence on the island. Dusheng then reluctantly gave them access to the sacred temple in the center of the island. When he entered the temple, Mo Fan looked surprised because the guardian beast painting on the temple wall suddenly moved by itself. He finally realized that the guardian beast was not projection magic but a real monster that had been sealed by the Magic Association. Tong Yue then reveals that the guardian beast is a totem guardian beast with no intention of killing humans, instead wanting to coexist and even being the protector. However, because the totem guardian beasts possess such tremendous power, the Magic Association decided to seal them and assign a high-ranking mage to guard them, one of whom was Tong Yue. Tong Yue told the guardian beast that had appeared in the city was undergoing molting, so it became more sensitive. Although the Magic Association couldn't confirm the reason for the guardian beast's appearance there, they estimated that it sensed a great danger threatening the city, so they raised their vigilance throughout the city. Not long after, Mo Fan suddenly felt such intense pain in his head that he almost collapsed. Fortunately, the pain subsided and finally disappeared completely, so Miss Tong Yue didn't have to worry about him. While they were on their way on the boat, Tong Yue told Mo Fan that the totem guardian beasts were sealed in the lake. However, for some reason, the seal had recently weakened, so some of them could escape from there, one of which was the guardian beast Mo Fan saw in the city. Because of that, Tong Yue then asked Mo Fan for help to help her protect the totem guardian beasts, especially when they were changing skin, which was the most vulnerable time they experienced. She was worried that some bad people would want to kill the totem guardian beasts or use them to create chaos that would endanger everyone's safety. Mo Fan then agreed to Tong Yue's request, as long as she was willing to give him a guardian beast skin. Back in the past, when Tong Yue was a child, it turned out that she had been saved by a totem guardian beast, so she felt very responsible for protecting them. Not long after, Tong Yue and Mo Fan received news that a guardian beast had reappeared in the center of the city, killing 2 people. Knowing this, they rushed back to the city to conduct further investigations. Elsewhere, the Tianying bird was saved by Xiao, who then returned to the guard post while bringing medicinal plants for him, who was injured. Because of that, he decided to take care of the Tianying bird. After they returned to the city, Miss Tong Yue told Mo Fan that the bodies of the victims who died from the attack of the guardian beast were found in a decomposed state and contained poison or a very deadly infectious disease. However, she still felt sure the guardian beast wasn't the killer. Tong Yue and Mo Fan then attended an emergency meeting held by the higher-ups of the Magic Association to discuss the incident of the attack by the guardian beast. She then introduced Mo Fan to her senior, a man named Heiyu, who turned out to be the hero who saved him and caught the guardian beast some time ago. Mo Fan, who recognized Heiyu as the savior, then thanked him. The Magic Association's board meeting seems to be going tough due to a difference of opinion from the Magic Hall, represented by a man named Zhu Meng who thinks that a guardian beast is a mastermind behind the incident that killed several people. However, the presiding judge named Tong Zhang disagreed with him because the totem guardian beasts had never attacked humans, let alone killed them. On the other hand, one of the higher-ups of the Magic Association, a man named Luo Mian, even accused Zhu Meng of deliberately acting out by bringing up differences of opinion because he intended to be the leader of the Magic Hall in the next period. Hearing these accusations, Zhu Meng was furious and threatened to spread the news about the Magic Association being responsible for the guardian beast's appearance, unsettling the entire town. An irritated Tong Yue could no longer contain her anger and asked Zhu Meng to show evidence that the guardian beast was the mastermind behind the incident. However, he could not give any evidence and argued that he was merely anticipating an attack and removing danger for everyone's safety instead of conducting an investigation into the incident. After Zhu Meng and his men left the meeting room, Tong Zhang then discussed with Luo Mian and Tong Yue what actions Zhu Meng might take against the guardian beast, especially now that the totem guardian beasts were in a vulnerable state. Because of that, Tong Zhang ordered Tong Yue and Mo Fan to move the totem guardian beasts to a safe place. However, Heiyu went against the order because he thought Mo Fan was the outsider. Tong Zhang apparently didn't think so because the presence of a high-level mage other than Tong Yue would make the guardian beasts feel insecure. So Mo Fan was the right person to accompany Tong Yue because he was the mid-level mage. Hearing this, Heiyu couldn't say anything other than obeying the presiding judge's orders. That very night, Mo Fan and Tong Yue returned to the lake leading to Huxin Island. She then showed a totem pearl, a special time and space pearl used to insert totem creatures into it. However, they must immediately remove the guardian beasts before the energy contained in the totem pearl runs out because if that happens, it will only endanger the survival of the guardian beasts. Arriving in the middle of the lake, Tong Yue then summoned a guardian beast to appear. Mo Fan looked so surprised when he saw the guardian beast in person, especially when the snake approached him after Tong Yue introduced him to the guardian beast. Miss Tong Yue then said to the guardian beast that she would move him to Baishan Mountain for a while until the situation in the city was back to being safe and conducive. Shortly afterward, Tong Yue played her instrument, and miraculously, the guardian beast finally entered the totem pearl. On the way to Baishan Mountain, Mo Fan called Xin Xia and told her that he would be away for a few days and asked her to take care of herself. On the other end of the phone, Xin Xia told Mo Fan that she was very busy treating the students at Mingqiu Academy who was afflicted with a strange disease and that no cure had yet been found. Even healing magic can't cure this strange disease much. Hearing this, Mo Fan told his sister to be careful. The scene then switches and shows Zhu Meng, who looks very angry because they have lost the guardian beast that Tong Yue moved somewhere. Not long after, Luo Mian arrived. It was finally revealed that he had been spying on the Magic Association and the presiding judge because he had teamed up with Zhu Meng to usurp the presiding judge's power in the Magic Association. Luo Mian then apologized to Zhu Meng because he couldn't share any information about the guardian beast transfer plan, as Tong Zhang kept preventing him from leaving there as if they already knew he was a spy. Luo Mian and Tong Zhang then discussed getting the guardian beast back from Tong Yue. Zhu Meng then suggested they send the low-level mages to confront Tong Yue and Mo Fan, because, at this time, the guardian beast was very sensitive if they were surrounded by high-level mages except for Tong Yue. The next day, Tong Yue and Mo Fan finally arrived at Bai City. Before continuing their journey toward Baishan Mountain, the two decided to rest for a while. However, they were very surprised when they saw the Bai City residents wearing masks. One of the residents of Bai City told Mo Fan that an outbreak of a deadly disease was spreading very quickly. Rumor has it that the presence of a guardian beast was the cause of the outbreak of this deadly disease. That evening, Tong Yue raised her concerns to Mo Fan about the possibility that the guardian beast was the cause of the outbreak of the deadly disease. Even so, she would still try to protect the guardian beast because it had saved her life. Elsewhere, Xiao Hu, who was training the Tianying bird, was surprised by the appearance of a flock of white eagle demons flying over the western fortress area. Without thinking, he rushed to report the incident to his superior, a man named Mingguo, for fear that the herd would enter a densely populated residential area. However, when Captain Mingguo arrived, he saw nothing and accused Xiao Hu of lying to him. An angry Mingguo then warned Xiao Hu that he would punish him next time if he lied again. Meanwhile, in the center of the city, the disease outbreak spread very quickly. Hence, the government took quick action by setting up a quarantine zone to isolate residents affected by the disease from infecting other residents. Zhu Meng then took the opportunity to corner Tong Zhang. However, Tong Zhang remained steadfast in his stance and insisted that the guardian beast was not the cause of the disease outbreak because all along, the guardian beast was a totem that protected the city from harm. Not only that, but Tong Zhang said that he would bring a guardian beast blood sample to make a medicine that could cure the disease. However, Zhu Meng insisted on killing it because he already knew where Tong Yue was. The next day in Bai City, the townspeople looked furious when the Magic Hall troops blocked the main road to and from the city. On the other hand, Mo Fan, who was worried that the existence of a guardian beast would harm the residents of Bai City, then summoned his spirit beast to take them away from there. A man named Pin Jing, one of Zhu Meng's henchmen, instead just let them go because he thought that trying to stop Tong Yue and Mo Fan from carrying the guardian beast would only make the residents panic even more. Meanwhile, Mo Fan and Miss Tong Yue finally arrived at a vast grassland where they were suddenly attacked by a mage who had the power to control plants. Mo Fan was about to set the place on fire to withstand the attack, but Tong Yue forbade it because their whereabouts would be known by the mage. Mo Fan and Tong Yue then used the magic power of the shadow element and managed to find the mage's whereabouts and defeat him. Because his spirit beast was injured and exhausted, he sent it back to the spirit realm so that the beast could recover its body. After that, on the way to Baishan Mountain, Mo Fan and Tong Yue were intercepted by 3 high-level mages who were subordinates of Luo Mian. She then asked Mo Fan to fight one of them, a man named Dong Fan, while she would face 2 of Luo Mian's men at once. Mo Fan could easily defeat Dong Fan with his fire elemental spirit power, even though Dong Fan had mastered blue fire elemental magic. On the other hand, Tong Yue seemed overwhelmed by the 2 high-level mages that she was almost pushed over by them. Luckily, Mo Fan arrived just in time to save her. She then let them go and told Mo Fan to hurry to Baishan Mountain before they ran out of time because the spiritual energy inside the totem pearl was running low. The next day, Mo Fan and Tong Yue finally arrived at Baishan Mountain to hide the totem guardian beast in a safe place. After the guardian beast came out of the totem pearl, she invited him to take the guardian beast to a faraway cave. Arriving there, Tong Yue told the guardian beast that she would immediately take him back to his original place when things were safe. She then asked for some blood from the guardian beast so that they could make an antidote for the plague that hit the city. On the other hand, Ping Jing then informed Zhu Meng that they could not stop Tong Yue from bringing the guardian beast to Baishan Mountain. Sometime later, Tong Yue and Mo Fan finally arrived at the quarantine center to hand over the guardian beast's blood sample so they could do research and make an antidote. However, Zhu Meng ordered his men to arrest them and imprison them. After that, Heiyu arrived to report that the western fortress had been attacked by a herd of white eagle demons and suggested that Zhu Meng hold an emergency meeting to resolve the matter. Meanwhile, in the western fortress, the soldiers seemed overwhelmed by the attacks of the white eagle demons, especially after the flock of Tianying birds that they had trained so far were reluctant to help them in the fight and instead attacked the soldiers. It happened because the Tianying birds were still closely related to the white eagles, which were eagle demons, and that's why the soldiers were forced to kill them. On the other hand, Xiaohu and his pet Tianying bird were intercepted by a soldier who warned him about the attack from the white eagle demons. They ordered him to kill his pet Tianying bird. However, Xiaohu refused to do so, so they got into a fight, which he eventually won. After that, he told the bird to get out of there because it was not safe for him to stay near the western fortress. Meanwhile, Dr. Liu, who is in charge of dealing with the disease outbreak, informs the higher-ups that he needs more samples from other parts of the guardian beast's body, as his blood samples aren't enough to make the antidote. Hearing that, they had no choice but to bring back the guardian beast currently recovering itself at Baishan Mountain. Zhu Meng then asked Tong Yue to call back the guardian beast because the guardian beast was the only way to stop the plague and heal the sick people. He assures her that he will not kill the guardian beast, as the most important thing right now is to save everyone. Hearing this, Tong Yue then complied with his request. Tong Yue then played a special musical instrument to summon the guardian beast in front of her. At the same time, Mo Fan, who heard the sound of the musical instrument, sneaked out of prison to protect the guardian beast in case anything untoward happened. Sure enough, it turned out that Zhu Meng had lied to Tong Yue and ordered his men to attack the guardian beast. Seeing this, she only could cry and beg them to stop their attacks. Zhu Meng then activated the lightning ring magic formation to make it difficult for the guardian beasts to escape their attacks. On the other hand, the townspeople seemed surprised to see that and supported Zhu Meng's efforts to stop the plague by killing the guardian beast. Even though its strength had been drained a lot due to the magic formation of Zhu Meng and his minions, the guardian beast didn't seem to mind its own predicament and instead approached Tong Yue to calm her down. Not long after, Ping Jing arrived and informed Zhu Meng of the emergency situation in the western fortress that was overwhelmed by the attacks of the white eagle demons. Hearing this, Luo Mian persisted and asked Zhu Meng to kill the guardian beast first. However, Zhu Meng decided to rush to the western fortress to help the soldiers there, let the guardian beast that seemed to be helpless, and reactivate the lightning ring magic formation. Meanwhile, a woman named Leng Qing, one of Tong Yue's associates at the Magic Association, tells Mo Fan that they must help her by investigating the plague's origin. She thought the plague originated not in Song City but in Bai City. Upon learning that, Mo Fan asked Leng Qing, who turned out to be Ling Ling's older sister, to ask Ling Ling to come to Bai City and help him investigate the case. The next day, Mo Fan and Ling Ling met somewhere and looked for the blood bank that was suspected to be the root cause of the calamity that occurred in Bai City. They thought so because Leng Qing found something odd about a certain amount of a dose of the blood being sent to the place. The two then infiltrated the blood bank and found what they sought. However, at the same time, a group of soldiers from the western fortress led by Captain Ming Guo arrived. It forced the officers to hand over some of the blood bags to them because currently, many soldiers were injured in the battle against the White Eagle demons. However, the officer insisted that there was no longer a dose of blood left. Captain Ming Guo, who didn't necessarily believe the officer's words, checked the place, found a dose of blood he wanted, and ordered his men to take it. From their conversation, Mo Fan knew that the person responsible for this was a man named Wang Yi. Mo Fan and Ling Ling rushed to the western fortress to investigate further. Meanwhile, Dr. Liu gets word at the quarantine center that a guardian beast's blood sample did not cause the disease outbreak that hit Song City. Not long after, Luo Mian arrived and tried to attract the support of the Sealing residents by pretending to pay attention to them. The residents asked him to immediately kill the guardian beast which they thought was the cause of the plague that hit their city. He said he would immediately sort things out and asked them to be a little patient. After that, Wang Yi rushed over to meet Luo Mian and informed him that a dose of blood they had hidden in the blood bank had been forcibly taken by Captain Ming Guo and taken away to the western fortress to treat the wounded soldiers. Hearing this, Luo Mian looked very angry and panicked, fearing their plan would be discovered. On the other hand, Mo Fan and Ling Ling, listening to their conversation about the bugs she put on Wang Yi's clothes, finally found that Luo Mian was the mastermind behind the calamity that hit Bai and Song City. However, Mo Fan had to find the monster that had caused the plague to prove that the guardian beast was innocent. Mo Fan assumed that the attacks of the White Eagle demons had something to do with the epidemic that occurred there and thought that they should go to Sealing City because the White Eagle demons were from there. Elsewhere, when the soldiers were cleaning the blood from the site of the battle against the White Eagle demons, one of them suddenly showed symptoms of the plague, causing everyone to panic. However, Mo Fan boldly said that the disease was not contagious. Xiao Hu, who arrived there, said the same thing and said that he had experienced the same symptoms after his hand was accidentally bitten by a poisonous rat. He recovered quickly after his pet Tianying bird brought a red grass plant to treat his wound. After that, Xiao Hu took Mo Fan to a poisonous rat's nest in the middle of the forest and managed to catch a rat for further research. They then took the rat to Ling Ling, where she finally discovered that the rat was the Plague Law rat whose blood was exactly the same as the blood sample they found at the blood bank. A few months ago, Luo Mian and Wang Yi used the blood from the rat to take a dose of blood. However, without them knowing, a poison in the rat's blood is quite deadly if not treated immediately. While the appearance of a herd of White Eagle demons that attack humans is because they smell the blood of the poisonous rats that are their prey, Ling Ling immediately reported the results of their investigation to her sister so that the Magic Association would act immediately to deal with the matter. Leng King and her superior, Mr. Li, then held an emergency meeting with Zhu Meng and Luo Mian to share the facts they had found and about Luo Mian using poison rat blood as a dose of blood. However, he instead blamed Wang Yi for it. Zhu Meng and the Magic Association then agreed to save the residents first and try to find the antidote. Mo Fan then entered the room and told him that the only medicine that could cure the plague was the red grass plant that grew in Sealing territory, which was the nest of the White Eagle demons. Since all the Tianying birds had been killed or joined the flock of the White Eagle demons, Xiao Hu volunteered to go to Sealing and pick up the red grass because his pet Tianying bird would not be affected by the flock of the White Eagle demons. On the other hand, after learning that the guardian beast was not proven to cause the plague, Zhu Meng decided to release the guardian beast. However, because the guardian beast was almost exhausted from losing a lot of blood when Zhu Meng's men attacked it, Tong Yue felt that the aura of the beast's existence was getting weaker. Mo Fan and Ling Ling then had the idea of giving the guardian beast a dose of blood to restore its strength. Since the guardian beast was immune to any poison, the poison rat's blood would not endanger its life. Because the guardian beast's condition had recovered after being given a dose of blood, Tong Yue no longer felt anxious and went to the western fortress to help the soldiers fight the White Eagle demons' attacks. Meanwhile, Xiao Hu, who finally arrived in Sealing, rushed to collect as many red grass plants as possible to treat the residents stricken with the plague. But then, Luo Mian intercepted him, who wanted to snatch the supply bracelet where he kept the grass plant. Luo Mian did that because he wanted to be considered a hero who saved the citizens from the plague. Xiao Hu tried to run away from his pursuit, but he managed to knock Xiao Hu out with a mind control technique and then took the bracelet. Because Xiao Hu was unconscious, the White Eagle demon who knew his whereabouts tried to attack him. However, his Tianying bird then used its body to protect him. Meanwhile, the great battle against the White Eagle demons is heating up in the western fortress. Tong Yue and the others seemed overwhelmed by the attack as they continued to arrive, pounding the soldiers from all directions. Not long after, the Demon King Silver Eagle, the leader of the White Eagle demons, finally arrived, making the situation even more chaotic. On the other hand, the Tianying bird managed to bring Xiao Hu back safely, but in the process, the bird died from fatal injuries to protect him. Knowing that Luo Mian had robbed the red grass for his own use and had caused his best friend to be injured, Mo Fan became angry and asked the guardian beast for help to avenge Xiao Hu and his Tianying bird. The next day, Luo Mian went to the quarantine center and told the residents that he had found the antidote to cure the disease. But then, Mo Fan arrived with the guardian beast and tried to catch him. Even though he used a high level of shadow elemental magic power, the guardian beast could detect Luo Mian's whereabouts and launch its attack. Long story short, Mo Fan and the guardian beast managed to catch Luo Mian and decided not to kill him because the supply bracelet that held the red grass plant was still in his hands. Shortly afterward, Mo Fan saw a herd of White Eagle demons moving towards the quarantine center. He rushed to order the guardian beast to go there to save everyone. By combining his strength with the guardian beast, Mo Fan could easily defeat the herd of monsters and protect everyone. Seeing this, the residents finally believed that the guardian beast was their protector, and the legend about the totem guardian beast was not a figment. Elsewhere, the Demon King Silver Eagle could easily defeat Zhu Meng and the high-level mages with great ease because they were not worthy opponents for him. However, Mo Fan and the guardian beast finally got there, and a fierce battle was inevitable between them and the Demon King Silver Eagle. Song City's residents witnessed the battle and prayed that the guardian beasts would win the battle and protect them. In the end, the battle was won by Mo Fan and the guardian beasts, who then let the Demon King Silver Eagle escape and return to their habitat. Knowing that the guardian beast had been protecting Song City and all its inhabitants, Zhu Meng realized that he had made a big mistake by trying to kill the guardian beast and finally apologized. The townspeople cheered and thanked the guardian beast for saving them. After the residents affected by the disease had been treated and recovered, things began to return to normal where everyone felt safe again and carried out their activities as usual. True to her promise, Miss Tong Yue then gave a guardian beast skin to Mo Fan as a gift and a form of gratitude for him for helping her. After that, he decided to return to Mingchu City and continue his education at the Mingchu Magic Academy to increase his strength to become stronger. The moral that can be learned from this anime is never to underestimate someone from their family background because everyone's destiny is not determined by their family background or wealth.